Okay, so let's get... Hello, Andrew. Just hoping that you can hear me enough. The sound good enough? I've got a yes from Graham. He's sat in the other room checking the sound. I'm hoping everybody else can hear enough. I just wanted to put this on ahead of time to make sure that everyone can hear, and yes, we've got loud and clear. Good, this is good. Okay, and obviously we're not due to start yet anyway, so some of you might just have a look in, see what's going on. Some of you might stay, maybe some of you will actually join in with the practice and spend some time. It won't be a really long session. I wanted to use this to practice. It's feeling a bit nervous in front of the camera, so we'll just see how it goes anyway. But of course, feedback is welcome, and I've been getting a few comments on Facebook and Instagram today telling me the kind of things that they'd like to see. So I thought meditation was a good start. It was easy for me to do. At that point when I scheduled meditation, I didn't have a cable that I needed to move around and talk anyway. So actually it's since arrived in the post, which means that we are ready to do some physical movement as well. So you should be able to hear me in the yoga practices as well as just sitting still. So I'm hoping it's going to work. But anyway, so I'm just kind of waffling now, filling in some time until people arrive, which is fine. So if you're just joining and you're beginning to think about how you're actually going to meditate, you might want to just check that you're comfortable, check that you've got something to sit on. I'm sat on the floor. It doesn't have to be the floor for meditation. I always say this in my meditation sessions anyway. So just go for something comfortable. Any seat is great. If you can get comfortable, you're physically able to sort of relax a little bit more and help you to feel a bit more present in your practice rather than feeling that you're constantly distracted by your discomfort. So it's worth just spending a bit of time getting to say hi, David. It's good to see that, it's good to get yourself sorted so that you can settle in for the duration. And so 10-15 minutes of meditation doesn't sound like a long time, and it's really not, apart from the body might start to tell you otherwise if you're feeling a bit achy in your hips or a bit uncomfortable in your lower back. So get yourself set up, take some time. If you're, you might need a little blanket if you feel a bit cooler. I've got my salt lamp on. It's a bit blurry on the camera here. And I've got a candle, and I have quiet in the house. India was crying not that long ago, and she was screaming the house down, and I thought, oh no, she's going to be we're going to pick up her noise. But obviously no, she's gone to bed and she's gone to sleep. So I kind of chose this time actually to give people time to organize their family, etc., and thought maybe a nice time if they're in bed. And of course, if they're not in bed, if they're a bit older, they can join in as well. Don't feel like it's just for adults. It's a really simple practice that we're going to use this evening. And so it's suitable for anybody and everybody. No experience necessary, etc., etc. So anybody else? How do I even see who's here? Let me see if I can figure that out on here. This is my concentrating face. Oh, I can see. Yeah, initials are good. Hi, Sarah. Didn't see you there, Sarah. Okay. So great. I was really surprised that within just over 24 hours, we've got nearly 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Now, I don't think that's probably a lot, of course, in the grand scheme of things, but for me, I was quite pleased. I was pleased to see that people want to do something. Obviously, they don't know yet quite what we're doing. We don't know quite what we're doing, but I was just really pleased to see so many people sort of wanting to stay in contact or want to see what's happening. So what time are we on? Okay, we've got another 5 minutes. That's no problem. Anybody else are going to arrive? Oh, Laura. Hi, Laura. How are you doing? Hope you're well. I know there's different kinds of software that other people are using. And I know a popular one is Zoom. I've used Zoom myself before as a participant. I know that does, of course, offer the capability of being able to see each other, which is quite nice. You can chat to each other. But we decided to go with YouTube for now, just because everyone has it. It's generically installed on most things. So we just thought it was easy to get going. And the other thing, actually, what I was advised was, and I thought was a really interesting point, was to think about how you can actually use YouTube on your TV fairly easy nowadays. Most people have that. So when we do the classes, hi Roberta, you can have not only have us in HD, not 3D. You can maybe get a bigger view, and you can be easier hands-free with a TV rather than having to fiddling around with your phone or even a laptop. So you can actually see a bit easier. So that's the sort of the plan, but we can always change things. Let's face it, we're all pretty good at adapting to current needs at the minute. So we're happy to take feedback on what you think is going to work. But I do like that you can comment. It makes me feel like someone is listening to me blabbering on here. So we don't really have a plan. David asked me here, what have we got planned and what's coming up? We don't really have a plan as such. No, but we'll do some things and we'll see what people think. We're thinking of offering a foam rolling session. That's the self-myofascial release class that Graham offers on a Thursday. Someone had commented to say that they would like to do that, and I think that's great as well. The only problem is, and this is a challenge here for those of you who are listening to me now, the only problem is not everybody has a foam roller at home. They might have a ball, maybe a tennis ball, or if they've got a lacrosse ball, or if you've got a ball that you use for the dog or whatever, you can use that. But the other thing I thought we could do is to think about what household utensils or things that people have around the house for most people, and what we can use as alternative foam rollers. Exactly. So one thing I thought would be a rolling pin. Maybe some of you have got a rolling pin. And what else did I come up with earlier? I think actually we only got as far as rolling pin. It was just a quick brainstorm earlier. But if you think of anything, hi Michelle, how you doing? Oh, and Janet too. That's really nice. So if you think of anything else that we can roll around with, we are keen to figure that out, and maybe we can come up with some interesting tools. Of course, it needs to stay safe. Things that's not going to break on someone. We don't want to be blamed for someone injuring their foot or something on something that they stood on and then it didn't. Anyway, but we'll figure something out. I guess most people have got a ball, so that would work anyway. Breathwork, yeah, breathwork's a good one. Yeah, sure, no worries. We can sort that too. I think, I don't know about you, but I'm really needing some form of kind of calming practices. If, like me, you've gone, I've gone from feeling quite anxious and feeling quite down, quite tearful some days, for a whole host of reasons, kind of outside of work stuff as well. And but it's a challenging time for everybody, of course, and we're all facing different challenges. Or maybe you're separated from family and you don't get to see them, or maybe you not get to see them over Mother's Day. So yeah, I just wanted to offer something that felt nourishing, something that felt supportive, as just part of everything else that you might be trying in your own time. Of course, yoga itself can offer so many elements beyond the physical practices. Oh, we've got 29 people with us now. That's loads of people. I don't even know who they all are. Let me see who's here. Let me see participants. Oh, it doesn't show me everybody. I think that's just because it's permission. That's okay. I'm just getting used to all this. 27. If someone's gone, they've changed their mind. That's okay. I don't mind. I'm not offended. Well, unless you all go, I might be a bit sad. But so what time are we on? Oh, it's 8 o'clock. So either people are just coming in, that's why we've had a huge boost of numbers there. 29 people, that's loads. Oh, just touch the microphone. That's not a good plan. Okay. The other reason I chose meditation, in fact, this is a trick that I learned when I was teaching at university. When I used to get a bit nervous, the first thing I used to get all the students to do was something which didn't involve looking at me. And that took the pressure off me. So I actually started them off with a task, which was to do something other than listen to me. So, and that's why I've just chosen this tonight, because I thought it might be good to close your eyes, and then I don't feel the pressure of you looking at me. And yeah, anyway, look, I get used to seeing myself on camera. It's fine. Okay, so are we ready to go? Yeah, we're just gone 8 o'clock. Get yourself comfortable, whatever seated place or position you find, wherever it is, whether it's your bedroom, maybe you're in your pajamas, maybe you're sat, I'm sat in the conservatory. This is our conservatory, which we've made into half a studio, half a yoga studio. The other half of the room is full of children's toys and it's a complete mess. So anyway, whatever you have works, okay? However you turn up to this practice tonight is exactly how it's meant to be, okay? And I'm so glad that some of you want to join in, okay? Come to your comfortable seat. If you're feeling a little bit anxious, feel free to lay down as well. There's no strict form to what we're doing this evening. And certainly go with what makes sense tonight. Oh, Graham, sorry, I'm getting distracted with that now. Right, okay. Let's just focus, Gail. Focus. I have noticed actually my ability to focus has dropped significantly over the last few days. I'm very easily distracted. Anyhow, so comfortable seat. Wherever you're placed, wherever you've placed your body, let it connect with the earth. So it might be your feet on the floor, your legs on the floor, or the fact that you're sitting, your hips and pelvis on your seat. Let that feel like you can settle down, so you can let the body settle, and eventually you can become still. Rest your hands and arms. Let's all take a big breath in through the nose. As you breathe in, lift the shoulders. And sigh out as you drop the shoulders down. And if, like me, you prefer to close your eyes, feel free to do so. Do what feels good. Do what makes sense for you. Allowing the body to gently quieten down, allowing the breath to be your natural, everyday breathing pattern. So basically, you can be present, fully aware of sensations, fully aware of any difficulties you may feel at this moment, anxieties or worries. They all are part of this practice. You don't have to take them away. Use them and use them to inform what's going on for you at this moment. We'll take a few moments to scan through the body, and we'll start down at the feet. Take a few moments to observe, maybe noticing the weight of the feet or the weight of the legs. You may be feeling your clothes or the texture of your clothes across your skin. Noticing the lower legs. Noticing your knees. Noticing your thighs and noticing the hips. So we're allowing the body to feel grounded, to feel connected, and using this as a form of creating a sense of steadiness in the body in these uncertain times. The simplicity of feeling the earth below us in this moment, the reassurance of the body and the support that the earth gives. Let's notice the lower back, the mid back, the upper part of the back and the chest. Notice your shoulders, allow them to gently drop down as you rest your arms and your hands. Feel the weight of the head. If you can, get the head to feel balanced so the weight travels down through the neck. And so staying fully present in the whole of the body. Taking some time to stay with that, to simply feel. Allowing the breath to stay relaxed. Encouraging the breath to feel calm and the breath to flow easily and naturally in and out. Maybe the nose, but don't force it if you don't breathe through the nose naturally. Notice where you feel a sense of ease in the body. Or maybe what you would describe as a sense of softness, a sense of feeling relaxed. If you can find what would be really a positive quality in the body. And amongst this discomfort that we are all facing, let's find some ease. Let's find something nice to come back to. And it's only really when we pay close attention that we can begin to feel that it is there. Notice which parts of the body feel the most ease or the most relaxed. Notice what feels good. Notice what parts of the body feel well. Where does the body feel healthy? That might sound like a strange thing to consider, but maybe actually, with the absence of ill health, maybe you can feel the vitality of everywhere or everywhere else. If you do have some challenges physically, where does the body feel well? What does wellness feel like? We're going to move attention to the breath, but in a really relaxed way. So, quite often, if you mention breath, it tends to change. So, let it settle again. If that happened, let the breath stay calm, relaxed, your natural breathing pattern. And be more aware of the breath in the lower abdomen or the lower belly. Notice the breath low in the body. And this just has a really calming quality to move the breath down. And feel the breath rising and falling. And using the body as this tool to remind us, create stability or feeling present through the motion of the breath, because that's the only thing at this moment we can guarantee. It's this breath now. Encourage the breath to stay slow and low. In, in particular in the out breath, actually. So the out breath, make it a fraction longer than your in breath, if you can, without the effort to do it, but actually see if you can relax the breath down and relax the breath long. Relax the breath down and relax the breath long. And keep returning your attention to the breath. So every time it wanders away, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Every time it wanders away, bring your attention back. As many times as it takes to stay present in this practice. As many, many times as it takes. Keep returning, returning, returning. We'll begin to bring your attention gradually back from your breath and begin to re-notice the physical sensations and the other senses. The head, notice the head, the face. Begin to scan down. So we'll retrace our steps right back down to the feet. So notice your neck, notice your shoulders, your arms, your hands. And notice your chest and the spine, the lower back, and the seat, the pelvis, down your legs and down all the way to your feet. Fully aware of the body again, being fully awake physically, mentally. So as we gradually draw the meditation to a close, I'd like you to, in your own time, but when you're ready, to begin to move your hands, to bring them together. And just to be clear, we're not going to put the hands to the face. We're actually going to place the hands on the chest or the heart. So we're going to rub the hands together first to clarify. Rub the palms, create a little bit of heat. So warming the palms. And then we're going to place the hands on the heart. I'm avoiding my microphone here, but just pressing the hands to the chest. And take a moment or two to offer kindness to yourself. And also to send out any healing qualities or connections of friends, family, people that might need that, or anybody you just want to send out some love to. And then gradually begin to move. And if you haven't already, you might want to open your eyes. I'm still sat here doing the same thing. Don't rush to do anything. You don't even have to type anything if you don't want to. Feel free to stay relaxed in your own space. Maybe have a lay down, or if you're ready, you might even want to stretch. If your legs have gone a bit tired and numb, then you can stretch and wake yourself up. But thank you so much for joining me this evening. And we'll be back soon. So thank you. Namaste.